Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our podcast slash interview segment of the week slash, undisclosed period of time. Kind of, we try to
Yeah,
keep
been
it on a
having some
weekly
issues
basis,
behind the
but
scenes.
yeah, behind the scenes
Life's a
difficulties,
thing.
behind the scene changes, and one of the major changes kind of brings us to today's interviewee, as we have Bona, one of the new staff members that are focusing on the production side of things.
I
Oh, is
would
this
say
the
new
part where I
staff member.
int
Yes,
Yes,
introduce
introduce.
myself? Great,
I would say
wonderful.
so, yes.
It's so nice to just now have to only focus on production, to say the least. I'm so used to like managing everybody else's bullshit that I don't even manage my own bullshit. Let's go. Welcome. I'm finally glad to be on here with you guys. I'm here to talk my shit. And I'm also here to just, have a nice, chill level time with you two fellas. So thanks for having me.
Yeah, and thanks for being here, Bona. So I'll get us started a bit with the questions, and Aphelion will kind of jump in to ask some others as well. So
Okay,
currently
cool, cool.
asking, I just got a notification to turn down my quality, as it appears I may or may not have broken the other. Might have broken Aphelion's PC temporarily, but okay, there we go. So after that,
Bitchy.
Wi-Fi went glitchy on him, but
Yeah, you're going to the trenches, buddy.
yeah.
Ha,
Well,
get
I'll see y'all
diffed.
next week.
You're being put
Hashtag
in
woman
Reinhardt
diff,
jail.
baby. Let's go.
You are being put in
Woo!
you're being put in Reinhardt jail with Meta Mauga and Meta Orisa.
I'm being
Let's
sent to the
You're
go.
going
Shadow
to jail.
Realm, so if I don't
Let's go.
appear next
Let's
time,
go.
then you guys will know where I am. But
Just a bit of
nonetheless,
gulag. Okay,
yeah.
as for our first question, I'll let you take care of that.
Yeah. To start off, Bona, with your role in Mythos shifting more towards focusing on the production media side of things, how do you feel about the production side of Mythos in its current state? Do you feel that there's a lot of changes that need to be made? Do you feel kind of comfortable with where people are at currently? Kind of give
uh,
us the general gist of how you feel it is currently.
I'll be honest, right? The current state of Mythos production isn't where I would like it to be. So I would like to have more so maybe 2 to 3 weekly streams a week. I would like to have more casters on board. I would like for the overall vibe of Mythos to be more centered stream wise on that. I think I see these places like Nebula where you originate from. I see places where I think the production side. Jesus, I can't talk today. The
You
production
never
side of
can.
things can definitely be improved. I'm looking forward to kind of tackling that. I feel like this is going to be like a long effort to do so. Though, I mean, definitely need to assign the right people in the right places and see how it goes.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess you could kind of say you're looking at it from a long rebuild
Are
kind of
we
perspective.
I will say based on like my own experience looking at the current like state of prod as like this is the discussion. I will say that we don't need casters as much as we need broadcasters. I think broadcasters is
I agree.
really where we struggle. If there's anyone out there that we
Broadcasters
actually
definitely
like,
is.
if there's anyone in the server with a good reputation that can broadcast matches, that would be great. Because that's currently
I'll
where we
even take
struggle.
them out the server. I'm not gonna hold you. Like I tell Biscuit all the time that I'm gonna butter him up, and if you come into broadcast, I promise I will butter you up.
Where's my money? I'll speak
I'm not
German,
talking
neither.
about money.
Well, I mean,
I'm talking
ironically
about I can't
enough,
believe it's not
I need
butter.
money. Money.
margarine, but yeah,
I don't
kind
speak
of
no German neither.
Got to
ironically
be 21 and
enough,
up though for the buttering.
fair enough.
21 and
Bruh.
up.
Alright, next year I got
But
you. Next year, next year, next year.
ironically enough, though, that was kind of one of the
I
questions that I
turned 20 in a
had
month.
coming up, which was, is there a need for prod and media staff currently? Whether it be Ooh, excuse
Oh,
me,
there's a huge
whether
need.
being producers, casters, or other roles, and if so, where should members go if they wish to apply?
I mean, there's always the staff application section. I go through the staff applications every day to be nosy. You know,
As one does.
truth be told, I go through all the departments every day to be nosy. Like, I really am the most nosiest fucker I know. I like to know everything that's going on at every time and every place. And before all this, I was the overall owner, main owner, alongside my beautiful succulent Astro XD. Um, and we would run things, and it would be great. It'd be wonderful. It'd be huge. This new system where me taking a step back has been like an adjustment period. So now just being kind of focused on one section that I'm sure you can see by the graphics in the server is a section that I'm very prominent in. It's definitely an adjustment, and it's definitely something I'm gonna have to get used to. But overall, to apply staff applications, the applications tab under resources in the main server, highly recommend it.
All right,
So,
perfect. I don't know if Aphelion wants to jump in next, or if they want me to take
I
another
got you.
question. You got it.
I can jump in here.
Perfect.
Um, as
hello,
of this
Smelphalian.
moment, keep yourself safe, Bona. Keep yourself safe. Anyway, are there is there like any projects you can think about that you can like say that are going on without
Of
spoiling them? Because
course,
I would still
of
love to keep the
course, of
surprise
course.
for the general public.
So, of course, I am working on some projects for the finals, for finals and semifinal participants. I know that I'm working on special loading screens and special graphics overall. I am currently working between us and the podcastees on a player slug album that I think you guys would really enjoy. I mean, we even have the album cover officially with Astro putting himself out there like that in his basement with a broom. But
Sounds amazing.
I know we were looking to play the player slug national anthem for the finals. I got a couple things planned. That's all I can say. I think people lose track of, especially from a owner perspective, of what's fun and what is like good for building a community. I think out of all of the current owners, that maybe I'm the one that has the most. I don't want to say fun, but like I'm pretty carefree unless it's in regards to certain things. So I'm more of a laissez-faire, let people do as they want. I think that to build a community, you have to have some level of player engagement and fun. And I think there's certain things as a production head that I like to institute. I want people to have fun and laugh and like enjoy their time watching a stream or being here. So I don't mind
Mhm.
doing little silly stuff to poke fun at myself or to poke fun at like somebody that
Is okay
was
with
like
it.
disruptive. You know, who's okay with that. So I mean, of course, we always make sure that everybody's okay with it before a joke is made, for the most part. Unless their name is Stormy Daniels, then whatever, whatever. But like that is my goal. My goal with Prod is to be almost in a sense a pseudo community director and to give people the best entertainment experience possible. So that'd be my answer to that question. I hope it does answer that question. I feel like I went on a 15-minute tangent, but it's okay. Keep yourself safe, Aphelion.
Okay. Alrighty.
Of
Sorry, I was just being nosy and looking through the HR log.
course you're being nosy. I
Apologies.
can smell you.
We love being
I take.
noisy in here.
I'm sorry, but the reason why I'm in Mortals is because I shower. So no, you cannot smell.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Anyway,
I
I
don't
mean,
know about
Danny,
that,
what's that
ma'am. I
about,
don't know
anyway,
man?
about that. I don't know
anyway.
about that, ma'am. I can smell the 50-year-old funk
If
coming off the screen.
brother, I ain't
I'm gonna
even
be your
20
most
yet.
unhinged interview all
I
season,
ain't
so get
even
ready.
20 yet. I
Hey,
can't
man.
even buy liquor. I still
I
drink,
can
but
smell the funk. You don't gotta be 20 to
Okay.
take a shower. I'll
Moving
send the soap.
on. Moving on. If 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 a team wants their game to be casted or streamed, how would they go about requesting that?
I mean, truth be told, I kind of want to leave that just up to me for this current season because I feel like I have a current understanding of the community as a whole. Considering that I led it through X0 and, part of X1, I think that streamed games should technically go through me. However, if players did want to request a game, I would welcome it through the ticket channel. I take it into consideration like I do everything else. And I go from there, honestly. I mean, I believe every game, every team should be streamed this season, even if it's like once. I don't care. It could be the worst game possible. I believe in equal rights for teams. God, it is the perfect month. It is the perfect month. It's February, Black History Month. I'm part black. So everybody should get streamed. Everybody,
I hear
except for
things
Caustic.
that's I hear things that speak to me like the Green Goblin mask. Anyway.
Except Caustic. Don't stream that guy. He smells. He smells too. Like,
Man,
Hey, come on.
yeah, man. You know what? You know
like
what?
I hope I'm not
Anyway,
being too offensive. I'm
No,
just a
no.
I'm just a dick all
you're
around.
really not. You're really not.
I'm just a dick,
You're good.
but like I'm a dick that cares about the community. So
I
I guess I'm a
mean,
good dick.
okay. Are there any expectations you have with the large influx of new characters coming out soon?
Yeah, a kitty cat dropping a diva bomb in front of 5 of my teammates. That's what that's what I'm worried
I'm
about.
I'm I'm personally concerned about the new DPS that burns people. I think
Oh,
she could play really well with Malga. I was playing some games earlier.
Mauga, Ash, and that new DPS concern me because it's just stack on top of stack on
Burn.
top of stack
Yeah,
of
yeah, it's
burning.
all the burn effects, and
Like
it's like,
that's
and what's even funnier is that Malga ult is like perfect for her ultimate, so it's actually like viable to
I
5 stack it.
you know, you're not wrong, but now I'm scared.
Yeah, because
I'm scared.
usually like the weakness, right, is that like even if you have the burn perk on over like the run, you can't use your
Uh-huh.
run while you're in your ult. But if you use your ult and then your teammate pops the Phoenix thing in the ultimate, everyone's burning, no one can go anywhere. And you have like I think she had like 3 bursts people at her highest DPS.
Well, that's just wonderful. Truth be told, this is something I've been talking about with staff. I really think that it should be on a 2-week before it gets introduced into our official like matches. Simply because I think that like teams need time to like get to know, practice with, and understand these characters. Especially since we've never had 5 dropped into the game all at once. I mean, that's very asinine, to say the least.
Oh yeah,
Um, but what am I? I'm just a humble prod fella talking to you chuckles at
the chuckle
7:06
nuts,
p.m.
the chuckle nuts.
And
The
crying
chuckle
my eyes
nuts.
out that
Yeah.
the chuckle nuts are interviewing me and not Billie Eilish. What a wonderful
God.
woman.
We do not have that kind of reach. And that is a reference to a conversation from earlier.
Yeah. But I mean, I'll give you one last question here, Bona, before we wrap things up. It's kind of a
Wrapping things up already.
open
That's crazy work. What am
kind of
I,
an
I
a
don't
cheap
think we
$2
open-ended
hooker?
I don't think we need to wrap it up that quick, but let's
Well,
get the official
we're
ones
about
out of the way.
15 minutes in. That's
Yeah,
roughly how
yeah.
long the recording's
15
been.
minutes. I'll
Good.
be the shortest interview all season.
No,
Sure, why not?
I'm
What do you
pretty
got?
sure most of the interviews have been like 10 minutes. Either way. Um, Final
All right, all
question. This is
right.
kind of an open-ended question, so this also gives you a bunch of time to yap if you want. Um, from
Sure,
your
sure.
perspective, as both kind of seeing stuff from Prod and being or helping out with a lot of teams in Mythos, are there any teams that you're excited to see potentially making a push for playoffs near the end of the regular season? Do you feel like there's any teams that are kind of building up for a last minute sprint towards the finish line to get a playoff placement? Or even a team that you feel might actually surprise others if they go into playoffs and come out with a reverse sweep type mentality and maybe an underdog story that you want to highlight?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, um, hmm, there's a lot of answers to this. Some of them are going to be very blunt and very harsh and very brutal, right? So I guess speaking unbiasedly, I kind of want to go division by division, if that's okay.
Go for it. Whichever
Um,
route you want to go.
just to kind of start, I think Mortals is an interesting division in the sense of like the player base. We've seen a lot more silvers, a lot more golds, a lot more like lower plat players than anything else this season. It's very, very, very open ended. I think the team that's gonna win it all is gonna come down between Osiris based on the Neko rebrand of the team, which I'm still kind of salty about because damn, how does one person get access to like 10 free agents, kill me now, and get it over with? Um I think it'll come down to Osiris, Loki's, Dio, and I wanna say Icarus or formerly Arrows.
No,
I
no
truly
Aphrodites?
I think Aphrodite could make that last minute push against Eros or Icarus.
Or is Aphrodite
But I
behind in the
think
scoring?
I'm just going off of like my head canon right now.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
talking
Oh,
about
okay.
scores. I'm not talking
Oh,
about
okay.
anything else.
I was
I'm
like,
just talking
Aphrodite's only
about
lost one
what I've
game.
seen. Like I'm talking about from a coach perspective, right?
That's fair. That's fair.
Um, I've been called into VOD these teams. I've been called into like coach these teams. I can personally see Osiris maybe or Loki's taking that one. But I would really like to see, as you were saying, an Aphrodite's or an Icarus push towards the top. Simply because I think both teams have a lot of promise. But I think for me, I could see Osiris Loki's in the ending, or definitely I could see Dio making a push as well. I think Wayne's is a very good player. That whole team is very solid. So I think there's hope there. Getting onto demigods, I can see this playing out like this. I can see Aphrodite, I can see Jormungandr's, I can see Freya's, and hmm, I can see Loki's. Yeah, I can see Loki's winning it all.
I
And
was
I
going
don't
to
say that
say
lightly.
Loki's has been very
I don't want to
dominant.
feed I don't want to feed Mensa's ego. That woman makes good teams.
I
I
don't even know
mean,
how she can get through the doorway.
honestly,
I mean, she's
I'm
earned
not
it.
gonna say anything.
She's earned
She's
it.
earned it. She's earned
She's earned it.
so
I'm not saying she
for
hasn't earned it,
me
but that's
as
not
a
changed the fact
FM,
that she has the ego.
as an FM, right? My first question, if I see a Mensa led team or Mensa led FM, vice versa, is how do I conquer that fucking demon? Honestly. I mean, if you want the truth, you have to build a team that is not only sustainable, but also you know that you can rely on people. right? From a Forge Master perspective. I think Mensa has effectively done that in all 4 divisions. And I would not be surprised at the end of the season if she walks out with 4 chips. I would hate all of us if we let that happen, but I wouldn't be surprised. Now, Demigod, right now, that team is just nasty. Like that's why I'm saying Loki's will probably win that one. Because Hauntar Biscuit alone is nasty work. But then you put Whiskey on there, and I've had him as a teammate before. He's nasty. And then you add the rest of that team, the Funyun and all that. That's a scary team even for an Ascendant team. So I would give it to Loki's, but if there was a team that I would really want to go match them, it'd be either Aphrodite or it'd be Freya's. I think Freya is such a good team, especially with the J and proper DPS tank duo. I think that would be interesting to watch. I would love to see Eros make a comeback, or maybe Pomegranate, but I think they've had rough seasons. I would love to see Eros in the semis, at the very least. I don't know where it's going to go, but I think Mystical is a great player. I think Eros has a lot of heart. I've been working with them coaching wise. It's just Demigods is, I think, one of the more competitive divisions overall. I think it's one of the more interesting divisions. Getting into Ascendant now, I definitely feel as though there are 3 forefronts at that division. There's Dio, there is Amaterasu, and there is Loki's. Those are the big 3. I think those are the 3 that people are like, if they had to put their head on the board right now before like all the changes to Amaterasu, those would be the big 3 of that division, and then maybe you have Jormungandr's behind, or Eros, or I feel like Jormungandr's would have to be there.
I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
How is the league going to handle the new characters when they get added?
You know,
Mid-season,
I can't.
because like it's teams
It's so
can.
rough.
Yeah, if I were to
It
like
is
give
so
an
rough.
opinion, I would say that like until the end of the league that new characters should not be allowed to play in games because
I disagree with that. I think teams are gonna have to learn and adapt, like we've done from the beginning, right? Like I'm sure people transitioning from Overwatch 1 to Overwatch 2 had to learn that transition in order to evolve and thrive at the game. That's
yeah,
just the way it is. The game is always constantly evolving and moving. I think a 2-week period is more than fine, personally, to gauge how the balance of the meta is going to be. Um, I think that's more than fine. But I think that from a stability standpoint, getting back into the prior question, I think who's going to win Ascendant is going to be based off of 2 factors. A, if they can keep the momentum going, even with roster changes or like anything like that. And B, who can adjust to the new meta faster? Who can be able to keep scrimming like 4K, 3.9K, etc., at the same consistent level that they were doing? I think it's an arms race for Ascendant. I would like to see Cleo succeed. I would like to see Cleo come back and knock Jormungandr on their ass and take that spot. But truth be told, I really, I think the playoffs for me, if I had to guess it right now, would be, it would be Loki's, Dio, Amaterasu, Jormungandr's right now off the gate. because I think those 4 teams can adjust to things the fastest. I feel like Muftavia Smart is very good at like game planning on and like learning to play those adjustments and like working around those adjustments.
Yeah.
I think my whole team is very good at that. So I would like to for us to win, but I know that win is going to be tough. That is why I have like 4 different coaches for that team. For the finale, Empyrean. Honestly, I can see Icarus and Eros as the finals based on what I've seen, based on both teams. I think Icarus has the solid lineup to like handily defeat teams.
Yeah.
We've seen it back to back now, where they've beaten teams like Tsukiyomi, and they've well, not beaten Tsukiyomi. They took Tsukiyomi with their full lineup to a 2-2, almost to a full victory 3-2. But they
Mhm.
lost. I've seen Tsukiyomi as like that the team to beat. They
Yeah.
are by far, if we're talking roster to roster, bell to bell, that is the team. Eros beat them and Vermin in the same day. I really think that's the finals, and I think it's going to be. I can't believe I'm going to glaze custom shadow on a podcast. Oh my god. Shoot me now and get it over with. I think it's going to be Tsukiyomi, and I think it's either going to be Amatunga or it's going to be Loki's for that final spot. I really think Empyrean is way too close to call.
Yeah.
And I
As it
think
should be.
all these teams, as it should be, and I think all these teams have a lot to give. I'm just personally a little biased because,
No, of
I
course.
was
Home team.
managing Icarus and Eros for a bit, but I would like to see that final. Doesn't mean I will see that final. Being realistic, I could also see Loki's winning a chip there too.
Yeah.
I think Loki's has a very solid roster in Empyrean that is just vicious. I mean, Epic Shock alone is a very good ball player that I think
Oh
gets
yeah.
a lot of stuff done. I
I've
mean,
actually recommended quite a few of his codes to people that have like asked me for like advice on how to play ball. I'm like, I don't know how to play ball, but watch this guy. And
yeah,
I give them
he is a
codes.
very dominant ball. I'd also recommend C-Mart. C-Mart is a very great ball player too.
Mhm.
Very good dive tank player. Like, yeah, I'm blessed to kind of have the teams that I do. I think they're all
Yeah.
great people, except for Tetanus. He's a scammer.
Oh, I
Uh,
love tetanus. My
I
12
love
main.
Tetanus, but every
My
time I
12
need him
mains.
to coach or something, I got to be like, I'll pay you McDonald's money or something. It's like, hold up.
Pay me McDonald's money. Holy.
Holy no.
I haven't been paid in
So,
a month, bro. I need that.
well,
Yeah,
don't
you guys are
starve
getting
on me,
paid.
but
That reminds me. Oh my god, I remember that meme.
regardless, I, I think this season's way too close to call. I know a lot of people are looking forward to this season ending. It has been a little lengthy. I agree to some extent. I think has been a very long season, but it's also a very exciting season in terms of where the league will go further.
Yeah.
And I think that I think that we still have a great set of weeks to play. And I think people should just enjoy the games that come out, enjoy like the action, and have fun. That's what we're all here for.
Mhm.
We're here to have fun. I think people are so worried about like winning nowadays and how their team looks. And I'll put myself in that list. This is kind of hypocritical, but I don't care. I don't mind looking like a hypocrite sometimes. I think that people forget the overall gist of a league like this is to have fun
Yeah.
and like
It's
to have
also
a
very
laugh.
much it's very much a for fun, but also like I also want to like make sure people to understand that, especially in like the lower leagues where I've seen this be an issue, that does not mean that you get to not try. Just
Yes.
because it's for fun doesn't mean you don't try. Because if you're not trying, you're ruining the fun for people who do want to try. Then, like, you're gonna get dropped. I wanted to clarify that because that was an issue I
Well,
was seeing.
my
And I
biggest
mean,
issue I think I've seen from teams is like people are willing to just like give up in a sense. At times
Yeah,
I've wanted to give up, but at the same time we can't give up. Life is about like struggles and shit, right?
yeah.
That's why I keep coming in to do this every time. And there's been times like to be candid where I've thought about just like leaving, you know,
Mhm.
and just becoming a normal member or just like chilling. So like
Well, we'd love to have you
I,
here.
but I didn't because I believe and still do to some extent that leagues like this need to exist for players to grow and develop. I'm here for the players. I'm here for the friends I've made along the way, like Smell Lillian and the Caustic guy over there who's streaming. Um, I think people lose track of themselves, and I want people to remember that. Like, I guess that would be my main message for people going forward from this is just have fun. Take into account of the people that are around you, and like go from there. You know.
Mhm.
well, honestly, I feel
Yeah.
like that's pretty good for closing remarks. So, with that, thank you, Bona, for coming in for this interview. And yeah, I guess we will close off
No
on that.
problem, no problem. I promise I won't fire you guys for, smelling up the joint.
All right.
But
Uh, cut recording.